Hey guys! Okay, so today I'm in Target, as you can see, and I wanted to do a part 2 of my Follow Me Around series where I take you to different department stores and drugstores and we shop for makeup together. This time, I'm actually going to be applying the makeup on my face at home so you guys can like really hear my thoughts. So let's grab a card because it is Target. Like, I always have to get a card. I literally come to buy one thing and I walk out after spending like $100. Tell me if that happens to you. Okay, so we made it to the beauty aisle or the beauty section, and I don't know why, but the lights are turned off. It's never like that here. But anyway, I think the best way that I'm going to do this is go brand by brand. Here is e.l.f. Cosmetics, and this is actually a product I've already used and I love so much. This is literally the best dupe that you can find for the beauty blender. Now this silicone sponge I do not recommend because it does nothing except for just like move my foundation around. But this sponge right here is literally amazing. It's so squishy and works so beautifully to blend out my makeup, and I needed a brand new one, so I'm gonna just restock on this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go ahead and try the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. I've been wanting to try these face primers for such a long time. I actually think I've tried one of these ones, but I know for a fact that I haven't tried the hydrating one, and this just looks so good. These new eyeshadows, or I don't know if they're new, but they're definitely new to me, and this is called the e.l.f. Velvet Touch Eyeshadow Palette. I actually think I have this, but I don't even know where it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick up the warm shade. Okay, I kind of want to also get some of e.l.f.'s skincare because their skincare is actually supposed to be really, really good. And I think the one that I really want to try out is the Vitamin C Pollution Prevention Serum. I love vitamin C serum so much. And this one is from e.l.f. and it's super affordable. So I definitely want to try this out, compare it to some of my higher end ones, and I'll let you guys know what I think. Okay, right next to e.l.f. is my other favorite brand, which is NYX Cosmetics. I love NYX, and actually looking right up, I see this beautiful warm palette called the Perfect Filter Palette. You guys know I love my warm shades. So I think I'm gonna get this one because it's gonna work really nicely with my e.l.f. one. Oh, I also have to pick up the Sweet Cheeks palette from NYX. This palette is amazing, and you get 8 different blushes in one, and this retails for $19.99. I honestly think you can find this cheaper, but I'm gonna get this because I freaking love it, and it's like so good. Oh, you guys, this is, I'm not gonna pick this up, but I'm just like looking at Almay right here, and the shade range, wow, that is really not good at all. One dark shade, which honestly looks like it'll match me, so they need to do a better job at more shades because this is like honestly unacceptable.
Question.
Yes.
What's a lip smacker?
What is it?
I don't know. What's a, look at these little like things. They're so cute.
They're so cute. What is it? Okay, I'm just gonna have to get this because this just looks so cool and like a toy.
Look, they have a Star Wars one.
Oh, I want a Minnie Mouse one. Okay, I want to get the Minnie Mouse one.
Stormtrooper.
Minnie Mouse. Okay, next up we are next to CoverGirl, and they have recently rebranded everything, and I have to say I really do like the rebrand. I like the packaging. I love the products. Like this one I think I've talked about like many times before, but this is like my favorite eyeliner at the moment. I think I might have talked about this in my last video also. Did I? I don't know, but if I did, I'm sorry. I still love it. It's like my favorite, and I actually don't think I've tried any of their lipsticks, so maybe I want to just start here. This looks like it's a really pretty like nudie shade. Oh, this one is sealed, so that means this one is not swatched. So I'm gonna just take one of these ones, and then I kind of want to do like a warm shade as well. Oh, this is beautiful, and it doesn't look like it's open. Okay, I'm gonna take this one also because this looks beautiful. Okay, so do you guys remember from my CVS video where I was saying that I love the new CoverGirl foundation and they didn't have it? Well, it's right here in Target, and I'm actually just gonna go ahead and pick up my shade, which is T10, and this matches me beautifully. I love this formula. I really like the packaging, and I can't wait to show you guys how well it works on my skin tone. Ooh, okay, so this is Sonia Kashuk, and I feel like they're also going through a rebrand as well. It's weird because all of this over here used to be all Sonia Kashuk with like her makeup products as well, but right now I'm only seeing tools. Like I'm not seeing any beauty products at all, which is, I don't know, I have to see if they're still doing beauty products. But these sponges look insane. Like, oh my gosh, you guys, check these out. They are so pretty, but I don't feel like I need both. I do want to try one though. I think I'm gonna just try this bigger one right here. Okay, now we are at Pixie, and I have really fallen in love with their skincare recently. Their makeup is nice as well, but I am just a really big fan of their skincare, especially their setting sprays. They are amazing and actually so good for your skin as well. So my favorite, which I just finished recently, it'll be part of my empties video soon, is the green one. I forget what it's called, but it was so good. It's like a mixture of like oil and water. Anyway, I finished that one, so I do want to get a new one, and I think I want to try this pink one right here, which is the Makeup Fixing Mist. I actually have this and I've tried it and I really like it, but for the purpose of this video, this is the one that I'm going to be featuring today. Oh, you guys, I found it right here. This is the glow mist that I was talking to you about. See how there's a separation between the oil and the actual spray? I love this. Okay, so I already went ahead and picked out the two products that I'm going to be taking from Wet n Wild, and I have not tried either of these, but this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and then I also have the Contour Palette, which, to be honest with you, this kind of looks like a little bit, oh, there's a hair in my mouth, but this kind of looks like a little bit too warm to use as a contour, but I do like the banana powder in here, so I'm just going to try it, hope for the best, and I think it should work, especially if I'm going for like a summer bronzy glowy skin. Okay, now we are at L'Oreal, and I feel like I want to try a new mascara. I really do, but I'm like so loyal to the Lash Paradise, and I want to show you guys like the effect that this gives my lashes. So I'm gonna buy a new one. I actually ran out of my old one anyway, so I'm overdue for one, and you guys will see in the video how freaking amazing this is. So I have to get this. Ardell Wispies, you guys asked me to show you last time and I didn't, so I'm gonna pick these up so I can actually demo them in this video. And then I also need to pick up something to like strengthen my nails, because my nails are like so brittle, and can you guys see, like they keep cracking every single day because these are like my natural nails. So I need to get something, and I think Sally Hansen is like a really good brand. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna try this one, and it's the last one here, so it must be good. This is the Nail Growth Miracle. I hope it does miracles for my nails, and I kind of actually want to try out press-on nails. I don't know. You know what? Let me just let my nails breathe and not mess with them, because they really need some love right now. I also want to show you guys one more thing that I like always have to get from Target, which is this right here. This is the cotton rounds, and I always just get like two, so I always have them in stock, and I love to wipe my makeup off with these. Okay, so I got everything I need right here in my cart. I do have to pick up some other things for my apartment, but then we're gonna go home and test all of these products out together. So let's go. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with my skin today first, and I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Beauty Shield Vitamin C Pollution Prevention Serum. Now, I love vitamin C serums, and if I can find one at the drugstore that's super affordable that I actually like, that is like a huge win for me. And I just have to say, the packaging on the e.l.f. serum is actually so nice. Like, this is heavy duty. This is not plastic. Like, this right here is plastic. This is not. It feels really nice. But of course, we have to see how it actually feels on the skin. So the serum kind of looks like this. And then, ooh, oh gosh. Okay, this is extremely runny. Do you guys see that? This straight up just looks like water. All right, let's try again, because that was weird. Oh God, oh my gosh. Okay, so it is that same like watery consistency, super runny. Was not expecting that, but let's just go ahead and actually apply it on the skin. Literally feels like I just put water on my face. That is the weirdest thing ever, because normally serums are like hydrating and nourishing and very like oil based. This feels like absolutely nothing. It just feels like I just applied water on my face. So I don't really know how I feel about that, but this is a skincare product. I really have to give this like a good 2 weeks. Use it every day and then come back to you guys with my thoughts. So stay tuned on that. First impressions, I wasn't that impressed. Packaging is nice, but the product itself is just weird. Moving right along to something a little bit more hydrating, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the e.l.f. Hydrating Base Primer, and this is actually like a gel-based primer. Can you guys see that? This has like a gel finish, and this primer is actually kind of like mattifying my skin and like filling in my pores. But usually hydrating primers are more like creamy based, and this is like a gel based hydrating primer, but it's mattifying my skin. It does feel like it is moisturizing my skin, but somehow still mattifying my skin. It's the weirdest thing. Like my face actually feels really, really soft and smooth. I'm just a little bit confused with like the formula because like I said, it's moisturizing, but it's mattifying. Okay, now let's finally move on to some color on my face, and I'm gonna start off by using the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation, and I'm in the shade T30. I know I picked shade T10 in Target, but I'm actually in the shade T30, so that's what I'm gonna be using. And I have tried this before, and you guys will see why I love it so much. So on one side, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Sonia Kashuk Beauty Blender, which by the way, this is like huge. Like if I just compare this to the e.l.f. one, this one is massive. Like look how freaking big this is. And it doesn't feel as like squishy as like my beauty blender or even like the e.l.f. one. This one is just like so soft and squishy, but we'll see how it blends everything out. Okay, this honestly feels like so hard on my face. It feels like really, really firm, and it's not really blending out my foundation. It's kind of just like moving it around. I really like to use my beauty sponges to press the foundation into my skin, and this is not really doing that. Like I would use this sponge more like this. Instead of actually like pressing the foundation into my skin, I would use it like this. Then it works okay. But other than that, I'm not really a big fan of this. And it's like awkwardly huge. Like why do I need a beauty blender this big? So I'm gonna say that this is unfortunately a pass. It looks really cool, but it doesn't really work. And let's just go ahead and apply the rest of my foundation with the e.l.f. Beauty Sponge, which I just absolutely love. Let's talk a little bit about this foundation as well, because as you guys can see, this is a really, really good match for my skin tone. It blends out really nicely. It looks very natural on the skin, and you can really build this on, but it doesn't look cakey on the skin at all. So I really, really like this foundation. You guys, so the next product I actually already started to use, and then I realized that my camera wasn't turned on, so let me recollect my thoughts and tell you guys what I'm using and what I think about it. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette. Now the first thoughts that I initially had that I was saying but it didn't record is that this is a very messy product, and there's like a lot of flyaways. Do you guys see that? Like it is getting everywhere, but I do want to see how it works underneath my eyes. Okay, that's actually super, super pigmented, you guys. Okay, this side I'm really liking. You can visibly see the difference. This is a good one. I just wish that the product didn't like fly everywhere, you know? Okay, this under eye powder, A+. I love it, highly recommend it. But let's just go ahead and try this baby out as well, even though I'm like kind of scared to use it because like I said, it is looking warm. And oh my gosh, you guys, this one is flying out even more. Like I feel like the product is just so pigmented and the powder is just a little too soft and not maybe pressed hard enough. I don't know what the situation is, but it is like very messy to use. But anyway, let's see how it applies on the skin. Okay, that is actually kind of pretty, but it is too warm for me to use as a contour, you guys. So you know what? I'm just gonna grab a drugstore contour palette that I just absolutely love. Okay, so here is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Contour, and I'm in the shade Medium. And this just works so well. I wish they had sold the contour powder on its own because it's so good, and it's from the drugstore, super, super inexpensive, and I love it. And I actually showed you guys that I purchased the NYX Sweet Cheeks palette, which I love and recommend to everyone out there. This is such a great palette that works for all different skin tones because there is a blush for everyone out there, which I love. And I'm gonna layer this with another product that I'm gonna show you that I didn't purchase, but I received recently, and I was like, ooh, I should include it in this video. So I'm just going in with this blush right here, and I'm gonna apply this on the apples of my cheeks. And I'm not applying too much product because I actually want to layer a new blush that I recently received. This is from CoverGirl, and this is called the Peach Punch Blush. This is what it looks like. Now these blushes, like this whole peach collection from CoverGirl, straight up smells like peaches. But to be honest with you, I don't really like fragrance in my makeup or my skincare because adding fragrance to any of your skincare products or your makeup products can be very irritating to a lot of people. Like, it doesn't bother me so much because my skin is pretty tough, but if you have sensitive skin, like, you can break out from, you know, just fragrances and products. So I don't really care for that, but the actual blush, do you see this? It's so pretty. Moving on to some highlighter, and I'm really excited about this. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder, and this is in the shade, I think, Mega Glow. Yeah, it's in the shade Mega Glow. It looks like this. This is more of like a rosy gold highlight, and to be honest with you, I always prefer like a champagne gold or like a true gold highlight for my skin tone. But we'll see how this one works out. Okay, it's not really showing up. Let me just layer it on. Still not really showing up, and I'm like really adding a lot of product. Okay, this highlight, you guys see, it doesn't really do anything on my skin. Like, it does show up, but it's like super natural, and I like my highlights to be a little bit more intense. I'm actually just gonna go in with this highlight right here, which is the Inglot JLo collab, and this is in the shade Livin' the Highlight, and this is the type of highlight that I just love. It's got like that champagne-y gold finish, and look at that. That is like so intense and beautiful, but still wearable. Okay, now it is time to set my makeup in place, and I'm gonna use the Makeup Fixing Mist from Pixi, and the packaging on this is so pretty. And like I said, I've just been loving the Pixi setting sprays and their skincare so much right now. So let's go ahead and use this really quick as well. Now it is time to work with some eyeshadows, and I've actually been playing with both of these. I did swatch both of these. Where is the other palette? Okay. And oh my gosh, these are beautiful. And this formula is so amazing because it is, first of all, so crazy pigmented, and these have like a creamy finish. They feel like mousse eyeshadows, but you guys, look how pigmented these are. They're so stunning. The other palette that I have right here, which I'm also so excited to use, is the NYX Perfect Filter palette, and these shades are beautiful, and they're warm tones, and I love my warm tone eyeshadows. So without further ado, let's get right into it. And I think I'm just gonna go ahead and use this shade in the corner right here as my transition shade, because there's not like a true like medium brown. So this will have to do. And again, I feel like with drugstore eyeshadows, massive brands that I just absolutely love cannot seem to get eyeshadows right. Like, everyone loves the Maybelline eyeshadows, but for some reason they never really worked for me. And even other brands that I like love from the drugstore, like I love their you know, eyeliners and foundations and powders and concealers and mascaras and blushes and everything else but eyeshadows. They're always just like super powdery and just, they don't blend out really nicely. So I feel like one of the only brands that does it well at the drugstore is NYX Cosmetics, because look at this eyeshadow. It's blending out so nicely, and the color is actually super pigmented. But I kind of just want to go ahead and use this palette from e.l.f. on my eyes, and I think I'm gonna go in, I want to go in with this shade right here, which is like, it looks white. When I swatched it, it has like this beautiful, like, oh my gosh, like silvery finish. And I don't really ever wear colors like this, so I just wanted to try this one out. And look at that shade, you guys. That is so pretty. I also realized, you guys, when I got home that I actually also have the blue version of this palette. I don't ever remember using this on my eyes, but look at these shades. I kind of want to use one of these shades actually right now. I'm gonna try this one right here, because this just looks like a duochrome perfection. So let's just go ahead and add this to my eyes as well. And ooh, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, you guys, these colors are stunning. Okay, now for my absolute favorite liquid liner at the moment. This is the CoverGirl one, and I just picked this over all of my other ones in my collection. This one is just my favorite at the moment. Okay, so eyeliner is done. I did go ahead and just smoke it out very quickly using a dark brown eyeshadow. But anyway, now it is time for my mascara, and I really want you guys to see how amazing the L'Oreal Lash Paradise is. I know I keep talking about this mascara in like every video, but I just love this mascara because this just makes my eyelashes look like falsies without like any work at all. Okay, honestly you guys, look at the difference between like before and after. This mascara is like literally perfection, and without any work, it just makes my lashes look so big and volumized, and it also curls them so well. So this is, where is it? This is like my favorite mascara of all time. Recommend this to everyone over all the other mascaras in the market. Okay, so I went ahead and applied the Ardell Wispies. I did kind of mess up my eyeshadow there. Can you guys see that? That's actually black eyelash glue, but I'm just gonna let it dry completely and then I can just quickly peel it off. But these lashes are everything. I love them and I cannot recommend them enough. But anyway, now it is time to just finish off this look with the lips. And I think I'm gonna use a combination of both of the lipsticks that I picked up, both from CoverGirl. I will link them below. Let's just go ahead and start off by using the liquid lipstick first, which is in the shade Coral Chronicles. Let's just go ahead and apply this first. I don't know, I just feel like this lipstick is not really going to last on me too long. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and deepen up this lipstick because I'm not loving this lipstick on my skin tone with the Katy Kat lipstick. Okay, you guys, so I finished this lipstick and I really like the color and the pigmentation of it, but there's like a very intense like plasticky scent and taste with this lipstick, which is so odd. And as I'm speaking, I keep getting like whiffs of it, so I can't really get used to that. So I'm just gonna quickly wipe this off and use like a drugstore lipstick that I already have because this is very intense. Alright guys, here is the final look. I just went ahead and swapped out the CoverGirl lipstick with one of my favorite drugstore lipsticks of all time. This is from The Balm, and this is their liquid lipstick in the shade Sincere. Such a great nude for my skin tone, and the formula is incredible as well. But anyway, here is the final look and I love it. It's so simple, so easy to recreate, but also still very glam. And by far my favorite product from this entire video is definitely the e.l.f. eyeshadow palettes. These palettes are incredible, and the formula and the texture of these eyeshadows are just so unique and different, and I just cannot believe that these are at the drugstore. Like, you guys need to try these out and I know you'll love them just as much as I do. Anyway, you guys, with all that being said, I'm gonna run now, but I really hope you guys enjoyed this Target come shopping with me video, and I definitely want to do more of these. I want to do one in Sephora, in Ulta, in like department stores. I have like a whole, I want to make this a series. So let me know what you guys thought of this video in the comment section below. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media linked below, subscribe to my channel, and I'll talk to you guys in my next one. Bye!